Unfortunately, she is not here, but she has shared the pre-recorded session with us. So, if anyone have questions, please post in the messages tab so that we can email her. Thank you so much. So, let's jump into the video. Here, I'm introducing Monica McDaniel. Monica McDaniel is a performance or life coach and serial entrepreneur who has been passionately working in the life coaching field for the past 15 years. She is the founder and CEO of Heart to Heart Life Coaching and Mentoring, where she specializes in unlocking your heart's greatest desires and potentials. Monica is committed to working with clients to not only better themselves but to allow them to grow mentally above their previous heights. Monica believes that before the adult can be healed, the wounded child in the adult must be nurtured. Although she is passionate about pouring into the hearts of people of all ages, more specifically, her target audience is women from 22 to 52 who are looking to align with their God given gifts, talents, and goals. She uses her godly wisdom, knowledge, and life experiences to serve others from all walks of life and backgrounds. She is the co author of the best selling book Dear Young Woman, Volume 3, a soon to be self published author and children's book author and a mentor to many. Monica was featured in Herpreneur magazine as one of the top 100 influential women in business. Monica is a certified public speaker, certified life coach minister, and holds a certificate in mental and behavioral health, and studied at Grand Canyon University, where she majored in psychology. Monica's servant heart is what motivates her to be active in her community. Sometimes referred to as a resourceologist, Monica has often been the one people come to for long term advice, mentorship, and uplifting. She is also well known to have a wealth of knowledge and resourceful information. This is the introduction of Monica McDaniel. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Monica, and today I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about single parenting and mental health. Everybody knows that mental health is on the rise, and again, I'm Monica, and I am a single parent. So again, I just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit today about mental health with single parenting. And can I just keep it real for a minute? Being a single parent is very, very tough. It's taxing. Like it's most rewarding, but again, it is super taxing on the mental. There are things that we have on our plates that normal two-parent households they just don't have. Sometimes I think that we are a bit undervalued. Even though most of us, if you ask us, we'll say that we're okay. We're kind of not okay, but we also would say that we wouldn't trade our job for anything. Like it is very rewarding, but again, it's quite taxing. So again, I just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit. Give you a few things about single parenting, our stresses and things like that, and leave you with a few things. So does anybody out here, is anybody out here a single parent? Do you know of a single parent, or do you know someone who knows of a single parent? I think that's probably like the whole population of the world, right? Because we all know somebody that knows somebody, or we are that person in most cases. Um, so again, I just wanted to talk with you in just a moment about being a single parent, and As I said, if you ask any parent, any single mom about how they're doing, we're probably going to say, oh, we're okay, when we're really not okay. Um, and did you know that in 2021 that the Census Bureau reported that 4 out of 11 million homes were single parent homes? And out of that, 80% of single family homes are women. That is a lot of families being impacted. Wouldn't you say? So, as I was saying, again, we're going to talk just a little bit about single parents. Now, a few things I would like to leave with you is we have a lot of things that we as single parents worry about. A lot of times we are super stressed, but we live through it. And then I want to leave you with a few nuggets on how you can assist us in helping single moms, single parents. That actually will go for mothers and fathers, grandparents, because it's not just mothers and fathers out there who are single parents. Let's face it. I actually am raising one of my grandchildren, and I'm a single parent. So yeah. Now, we like I said, we have a lot of worries. A lot of worries that we have on in mind a lot. So some of the things that we have worried that we worry and have anxieties about are our children eating healthy. When my kids were younger, I did not. When we would go trick or treating, like we don't trick or treat anymore, but when my kids were younger and they used to go trick or treating, my friends would laugh at me because I would let them go trick or treating, gather all the candy, and then they would bring it home and maybe have one or two pieces, and the rest of it would go up on the shelf in the kitchen in the back in the booth in the dark. And I did not let them eat candy. Now, occasionally they would sneak the candy, but if I had it my way, they would not eat the candy. I don't know if you all were like that, but that's how it was with my kids. We worry about kids not having enough sleep. Um, they say that you should get, I think, like 8 or 9 hours worth of sleep. And in the event that the kids go to sleep, my kids go to sleep at 9 o'clock. But in the event that the kids go sleep a little later, we worry about that. We worry about the kids' hygienes. We have our doctor's appointments. We have their doctor's appointments. We want to make sure that they're brushing their teeth twice a day, making sure they're keeping their ears clean. May we have to worry about their haircuts. The girls, we have to make sure they're pretty and prim. And so we have all of those worries. And not to say that both parents, two parent households don't have that problem, but it's just to say that we have that burden alone, right? We worry about their mental stability. How are they feeling about themselves? How are they feeling about being in a single parent household? Just um, you know, what's on their minds? We also worry about um, have a sense of guilt. You know, um, worrying about like I said, worrying about how our children feel, like what's on their mind. Do they have any abandonment issues? Do they wish that their other parent was there? Do they feel like they are the cause of the other parent not being there? Things like that. If they're having issues in school, of course it's got to be our fault because we're the only person that's responsible for anything that they have going on. I know for me, I used to try and overcompensate for the absent for their dads not their dad not being there. I would like to go out and buy them things, and I to show them the extra love. Just like I said, just trying to overcompensate for the other parent not being there. And I like to say that that sometimes parents are presently absent or absently present, and either way, it still is very impactful for the parent. And so for the absently present, they are absently present is that they are absent, but they're still there because they still, where's my mom or where's my dad or why don't they love me, And for the parent that is there, they're there, they're presently absent. So they're there, but they're not really there. Like they come around, but they don't have the impact. They don't take the opportunity to have the impact that they really could have on the children. And so that can be that weighs a lot on the children as well. I know for me, quite honestly, I grew up in a single parent household, and my mom was an amazing mom, but I felt like I was missing something because I didn't have my dad. Now he's in my life now, and we get along great. Like we are, I guess, like two peas in a pod, but I know how I felt when just not having that other. It's a void. We children have those voids in their it seems like we have a void in our heart when the other parent is not there. Um, yeah, so um, we just want our I just as a single parent we just want our kids to just have as normal a life as possible. And so again, we just try and do what we can as parents, you know and another thing is our second point is we are we tend to be kind of frustrated. Some of us deal with depression. We deal with the isolation issues. And the excuse me, we deal with the issues of being isolated and feeling lonely. And it's not from the standpoint that you might think, like being lonely as if we need companionship. Even though we like to have that companionship, but we are so busy oftentimes that we kind of don't take that time to have that thought, right? But it's more like in the mental, like we're having to make all of the decisions. We're having to be the breadwinner, the disciplinarian, we're the friend, we're the enemy. And let's face it, our kids don't always like us. Like they love us, and we don't always like them either, but we love them. And so, as and we're also trying to be everything to everyone. I tell my kids that my most favorite child is the one who needs me the most at the time. It's from the baby on up to the 28-year-old. But we're just trying to be everything for everybody, and we're nothing to ourselves. At the end of the day. We're trying to work our business. We may go to somebody else's job and work an 8 to 5 or whatever the schedule might be, and then we have the kids' activities. We have appointments for ourselves, and then for our children, we have the pickups, we have the drop offs, we have the cooking, we have the cleaning. We have We're the doctors, we're the lawyers. We want to make sure everything is okay. We're the chauffeurs, like we are everything. And so that can be stressful because at the end of the day, when we lay down, we're like, oh, and we're out. Anybody, is that resonating with anybody? I'm sure. Another of our hardships, one of our situations is finances, because finances are hard. And let's face it, in this day and time, it takes statistics show that it takes two incomes to make a successful household. So when you just have one income, that is super hard because you have to pay the bills, you have to keep the gas in the car, you have to pay the car insurance, you have to pay the life insurance, you have to pay the health insurance, you have to buy the clothes, you have to buy the food, and then heaven forbid if you're working on somebody's job and then you have to take off, unless you have that sick time, and then if you're an entrepreneur such as myself, if you don't, depending on what type of job you have, a lot of times if you don't work, you don't get paid, and so that can be tough. And a lot of us have more money than we do have money by the end of the month. So you can only imagine how hard that is. Um, and then it's hard to teach your children how to manage money if you don't have money to manage, if you don't really have money that you're managing. Now, for me, I am a pretty good saver, but if you don't have stuff money to save, then you can't really save. Yeah, so um, as a single mom, we are we do a little bit of struggling, um as a single mom, we do a little bit of struggling. But I tell you what you can do to help help. Oh, did I mention the single parent syndrome, the super mom syndrome? A lot of us have the super mom syndrome. We want to keep them, protect our babies from danger. We want to make sure they're okay. We want to keep them from all hurt and harm. And I'm afraid to let them make their own decisions. And if they've made the decisions, and if the decisions that have made are not the best, then of course we blame ourselves because we are the parent and they mimic after us. And so when they're making decisions, we're hoping that they're making the right decisions, because if not, then every ill decision that they have made, it is a real reflection of us. And so we internalize that, because we're like, what did we do wrong? We could have maybe, what could have done, what could we have done differently, and things like that. And so um, that can be that can also be very, very frustrating, to us. Now, as I was saying, um, there are things that drive us. A lot of times when we cannot handle things, a lot of times when we can't handle things, a lot of parents turn to substance abuse, and that further causes issues. It actually causes issues with the children, a lot of times, and it causes issues with the more instability with the parent, because um, they they're already stressed in stressed out and things like that, and then you add substance abuse, be it drugs or drinking or anything like that. We add that onto it, and that is even more of an issue. And then not to mention our issues in health. A lot of times we wear our bodies down because we overwork our bodies, and so then we're not in the best of health, and in return that causes us to feel bad about ourselves, and we're not able to be our best selves with our children. um, so it's important for, side note, moms, it's important for you guys to take care of yourself, okay? But as a single mom, again, I get it, this is, some of this is me sometimes, yeah, a lot of the time. So, but let me tell you guys something, a few things that you can do to help out single moms. A few things you can do: ask us for some help. Ask us, do we need help? Help! Because guess what? Chances are we're hollering and screaming on the inside, help! But on the outside, if you say, is there anything I can help you with? We're going to say, no, we're fine. So don't just ask us, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Just go ahead, take the kids for us just for a little while. Sometimes we just need to woosah. Sometimes, for me, I sit in my car. Like, my car is my sanctuary. That's where I get peace. I take a nap. I don't know how many of you guys take naps in the car, but those are some of the best naps. So I get those quick power naps in the car. But just give them some downtime. Take the kids for a couple of hours, or just for a day or something like that. Because sometimes we parents just need to woo-saw. Some of us, like I said, just need a nap. Some of us might just want to light some candles and relax. Maybe get a good uninterrupted bath. And just relax. We just need a little bit of downtime. Something else you can do with us is pray with us. It is great. We as a I know the Lord, so I can pray for myself, but it's nothing like having someone say, "Hey, can I pray with you? Is there anything specifically that you want me to pray for you? Okay, then let me just can I just pray for you?" So just pray with us because it's not we can go it alone, but the Bible said where there is two or more together, He is in the midst. So grab them by the hand and to lift up a prayer with them. Um, Another thing is, which goes along with prayer, or the word, stop being so judgmental. We didn't wake up one day and said, "Oh, I think I want to be a single parent." A lot of us get we get side eyed, if we're out and about and there's no male with us, people have judgment on us, and it's not even just that. Like there are other things that people say, do, look, act, you know, um, feel about single parents, in particular moms. The single dads, not so much. Like dads get the attaboys, and I mean, they should because it can be equally hard being a single dad. Like I have a friend who was a single dad. He's had his kids. He was with his wife, and then they separated, and he had his kids from I think they were like 3 and 4, and he raised them up. One is in college, one is in the military. I watched him go through a lot of situations with them, but he, he stuck it out. He wrote it out, and so my hat is off to the dads as well because again, just being a single parent alone, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. So yeah, stop being so judgmental. Some of us we didn't ask for it, but we would as a parent, we wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Another thing is be kind. Kindness goes a long way. Give us a hug. Sometimes we just need someone to lay our head on. Getting a big tight hug. I have a friend. She gives like the best hugs. Whenever I'm going through something and she's around, I can reach out and get the best hug for her, and I feel so secure. I feel so good. But and I tell her that all the time. But like I said, just give us a hug, because we can use that shoulder to that security blanket even for the moment. Um, Another thing is buy us a card, buy us a Starbucks card or their favorite place of coffee place or a donut shop or something like that. Give them a gift card or pay for their kids tutoring or pay for their dinner. That parent who they work extremely hard, they work long hours, and they're crushing it, but we're sometimes too tired to do dinner. So um, maybe pay for dinner for the family, uh, for the night, that goes a long way. That will free that mom up for a little bit of extra time, for her to be able to just maybe go in her room and say, "Okay, guys, you have the pizza. I've got the plates out. You got your drinks. Get your salad, and I'm going to my room." That will give us a little bit of downtime that we so need. Um, and finally, ask us how we are doing and really mean it. Could you do that for us? Please. Some of us need and just really listen. Some of us need that mental couch to lay on. Some of us can't afford to go see the therapist. But I say, I'm a life coach, and life coaches need life coaches, mentors need mentors. Life coaches need therapists. Moms, we need mental couches. So hear us out, listen to us. And which a lot of us just want to be heard and understood and cared for. Because like I said, it's tough out here being a mom. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. And the Lord knew that us parents, He knew that how this would go, right? So, um, as I said, being a mom is an amazing job. It, like I said, it can be stressful. It can be taxing on the mental. We would like for you to, if you would give us some downtime, you know, don't be judgmental. Share yourself with us, and like I said, it gets a little frustrating, and just be there for us. Just be there for us. And if you, like I said, if you know someone, reach out to them and see how they're doing. If there's anything you can do to help, and single moms, get you some single mom sisters. Okay, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody sometimes. So get you some single mom sisters. And if you're feeling overwhelmed and you feel like this is for single moms again, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you feel like you're about at the end, there is a 1-800-662 helpline. This is with the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration. That's a national hotline. So reach out to them. Don't try to go it alone. If you feel like you're at the wits end and you got to, you know, because we can feel that way sometimes, but we gather ourselves back as single parents, for the most part. But yes, so reach out to that hotline. And I wanted to offer, if anybody, if I'll leave you with leave my information, and if anybody has wants to know more about how they can help single parents, moms and dads alike, because again, dads are important too. Single dads are important too. Reach out to me, and I will send you 25 ways on how you can assist single parents. Okay, all right. Well, I pray that I said something that was
Can replay styles continues. రావట్లేదు క్లోజింగ్.
Hold on. Hello? Hello? Hi.
Hi, Monica. You're here? You're on mute, Monica. Hi, Monica. Can you hear me? Hello. So, yes, Monica, you are on mute. If you want to talk, please unmute and talk. Okay. So,
I guess I'll wait. Hello?
yes, we can hear you. Hello. Okay, so I think Monica has some technical issues with her mic. So, such a great presentation by Monica. So she said like this is the first presentation she has done. So thank you so much. You have started your presentation with our WIN conferences. Hoping for the so many presentations for the future conferences as well. So I think you cannot hear me right now still. So no problem. If anyone have questions for Monica, just message in the messages tab so that we can email her. So let's then into the another speaker.